What's up, everybody? It's Brandon from Box Office Banner and Cult Flick Symposium. I have just finished Leave the World Behind. This movie exceeded expectations. I can't lie. And you probably, if you listen to this channel, I've had numerous, it feels like movies, not even just this year, seeming like recently, where there's just been so many movies with all-star casts. And I'll look at it, and I've even had people like, well, I mean, if it was this good, like, why are you negating points? I just talked about this on Haunting in Venice. Has a big cast, very likable cast. It feels like they can elevate a movie. Where it's just, okay, yeah, it was average, but with the cast like this, and you're putting out average, like, I'm more pissed at that. If it's a normal cast or some unknowns, and they make a movie where I'm like, okay, yeah, I mean, it's all right. I could almost even give you points for that because it's like, wow, like I didn't even know who these guys were, and that wasn't too bad of a movie. But when I know who the fuck you are, man, I know what you bring to the table, bro. I love you as an actor. Even if I don't love you as an actor, damn it, you at least bring it. And I watched this subpar movie. I'm more pissed at it. I just am. That's just me. Maybe it's just me. But I think you can at least pick up what I'm putting down. I think you can understand where I'm coming from, at least. It doesn't have to be the way you look at it. It's the way I look at it. This is a definition of a movie where the motherfucking cast was legit and they only elevated it more. Between Ali, Hawk, Roberts, I forget Ali's daughter's name in the movie. Everybody thinks I'm talking about Muhammad. No, the dude that's about to play Blade people. Like, Muhammad Ali's in this? Goddamn, this is a good cast. I forget his daughter, the actress's name. She's always good. She's really good in this movie. And then, of course, Kevin Bacon, not in really a bigger role, is really good when he comes on screen. Now, in saying that, let me talk about the other side of this. I can definitely see how some people do not like this movie, how it's divided. I can't really see anything from the standpoint of the movie, like the way it goes, the way everything happens. But the way it caps off, it is definitely a movie that kind of, is like, oh, just here we are. And then we're out the door. And it's like, what was that it? That's how you're going to end it? What the fuck? Certain people who need all the answers, or at least like more answers, are probably going to watch this movie and be like, nah, dude, fuck that. That ending just ruined everything for me. Then there's people like me. Sometimes that doesn't work. But more often than not, I'm one of those weird people that doesn't like to have everything tied up. Sometimes I like to watch a movie and it kind of ends in the way this movie did. I think it did leave a stamp. I think it fit the social commentary of it all. I would kind of touch on that social commentary, but I don't want to say too much because then, then we're starting to dive into spoilers and you're like, okay, so the ending ends with something like that. You know what I mean? Even though I don't say the exact scene, it might bleed into it too much, or it might make the ending more predictable to other people, I guess you could say. But I like movies. I don't need everything spoon fed to me. I like a good ending that ends like this. And to me, I read into a message within the ending that I thought was really good and like smashed home, just what the movie meant to me in general. It felt like the perfect ending to me. But also movies that leave you like, okay, that wasn't tied up, but let me go on my own little personal journey. Let me watch this journey play out and I will figure out the rest. Like, I don't need you to stick by me and I'm by your side the entire time till the very end and then we see everything play out exactly as is. I don't need that. This movie's ending worked perfectly for me for that reason. The journey there was really exciting to me. And let me just say, the visuals in this movie, I think the cinematography, everything within this movie is great. And not only that the acting was great, the sound design and use of the music to build tension times the acting just made it miraculous when shit was going down. I mean, you're getting locked into the sound design, the building of the scene, the way it's orchestrated, the way it's being acted out, and you have this intense music over it. There's scenes in this movie that, maybe for you it doesn't have you that way, but I mean, I don't see how. I just see some people just like, like, well, it's an acted scene. Like it's not the power of everything crafted into the scene. It's just how crazy the scene is for people. If you look at every layer of everything they're bringing into the scene, where they're touching all your senses with the acting, with the fucking, just intense nature that it's being brought on by the scene, times the sound design, times all this shit, and it's hitting on all cylinders. It doesn't have to be how wacky of a situation it is. It's just how intense they're bringing it together. Like, I'm deeply emoted into film, so I'm getting pulled out from every avenue of what makes a film good, in my opinion. And they just nail down those intense scenes, like to the point where, like good example, like you might be watching a movie. Hey, let's just say End of the World. I don't know what's going on with this movie. There's something about that in the title. Is this the end of the world? I'm not even gonna say that, but I'm saying, let's just take this separate movie. There's a movie over here that's about the end of the world. Let's say this movie is about, somebody ate the last piece of string cheese. Okay? You come over here, this movie's about the end of the world. It's got fucking terrible actors. It's got terrible sound design, but they're in an argument. It's over the end of the world. Somebody might be over here just like, oh my God, dude, can you imagine? It's the end of the world. But you come over here with the dude arguing over the last piece of string cheese, but you got the sound design. You got the motherfucking actors just fucking hitting. You got the scene, the build up to the scene. You have the music within the scene building tension. This is obviously going to attract some people because they just the intensity of the gravity of the situation. But for me, it's the build up to the situation, and that's not that there's not like crazy situations here, but there's moments in this movie where it feels like it doesn't even have to be big, because, or the outcome maybe like it's like, oh well, that didn't actually end up even being anything in some moments, but the build up and what you take me there on that journey, this movie executes that so fucking well. I don't even know what else to say about it, man. There's some really cool visuals and moments. There is great mystery here to where it twists and turns. I think there is a lot of that where you think it might go one way and you kind of are hoping it does, and then it doesn't necessarily do that, so that might piss you off. But if you're a guy that just, like I said, loves that trajectory, loves the build-up, loves just being in the moment, and can have like an ending that doesn't tie up everything with a nice little bow and your brain can take you there for you, I think you can really fucking enjoy this movie. I think this movie way exceeded expectations, and it feels very unique to me. I mean, I've seen movies like this, and honestly, there's moments within the movie that makes you like cringe a little, because you're just like, not in a bad way, but you're like, man, this almost touches a little too close to home. Like, life could change in the blink of an eye, and this is exactly what we would have in front of us, and we would be exactly as puzzled. Like, what? Is this really fucking happening right now? It's like, yeah, that's how quick. You know how quick things can fucking change? We're all nice and happy in our little cozy houses. Everything's going according to plan, but don't get me wrong, I'm not like this doomsday prepper weirdo, but I mean, you still have to at least, not be in complete denial that things could flip on a dime. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen, but watching this play out, watching how crazy the world is, seemingly, especially right now, makes you think. The movie will kind of fuck you up if you really dive deep into that type of stuff. But I mean, I can't praise this movie enough. This is another banger I've seen recently. This is a 9+. Again, won't be for everybody. I just know who you are. I'm scared. Like, this is one of those movies I'd be scared watching it with somebody, because I'm like, how are they going to react to this ending? And they might turn to me like, dude, what the fuck? Or they might turn to me like, dude, what the fuck? Are you kidding me with that? One of those. But definitely check it out. At least see for yourself. Netflix. Who doesn't fucking have Netflix? If you don't own it, your little cousin them over there, they own it, and they'll let you get on their account. Don't they like protect it harder now though? I don't know how this shit works. Just saying, people, it seems like every home I go to has Netflix. Check this movie out. I love you guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Mainly comment though. That's the main thing, ain't it? I like to talk to y'all. Peace.